Hey everybody, Rob Cootie here of the MLM Solution. Today is Thursday, March 18th. It's currently 10:57 a.m. As you know, we go live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hope that you join us today. Today is going to be a good subject. It's going to be talking about, it was podcast number 149. Tomorrow, next Monday will be number 150. That's hard to believe. Motivating successful people. Look, working with successful people is a very delicate thing. You got to maintain the balance. You don't want to look over their shoulder. You don't want to put pressure on them, but at the same time, you want them to know that you're there and that you care, et cetera, et cetera. Because guess what? Your successful people are the people that stabilize your business, that make it profitable, that make it grow. You need those people in your business. Working with those people can be, and motivating them, it can be a very tough thing if you don't know what you're doing. Well, we're going to take a deep dive into that subject today. You do not want to miss it. Just so you know, tomorrow's topic is Freelance Friday. As always, Freelance Friday. It's going to be episode number 45. Miss Marie is with us today, so that'll be a blessing. You guys won't have to hear me ramble on like you have in the last 3 days. And that is a good thing for all of you, right? All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to hop off of here because we're going to go live very shortly. If you will, as always, use hashtag the MLM Solution, to find us on our social media platforms and also to promote our podcast on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We want to say thank you in advance and visit our new website, which you guys have been doing, themlmsolution.net. You can share our information, our podcast, and all of that from there as well. And we will see you very shortly. I'm going to get off of here.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, Miss Marie. Hello. It's good to have you back.
Good morning, Rob. It's good to be back. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I have no complaints. Yesterday and today, I have felt good. Last night, I got up at 1 and worked till 4. Sometimes I can't sleep. And I thought, well, you know what? If I'm going to be awake, I'm going to be productive. So I did that. But the thing is, I feel really good. I laid back down at 4 o'clock and got up at 7. And yesterday and today, I felt, quote unquote, normal, which has been a long time. I haven't felt normal. And everybody has their own normal. You know what I'm saying? And every day, I've always been like this. Every day, I'm on it when I wake up, open my eyes. Not only do I give thanks, but I also monitor my body. You know, am I hurting somewhere? Is something different? Is there a different feeling? Because as you get older, of course, you don't know about that. As you get older, things change. It's amazing how they change. And I have felt normal the last couple of days. I went to the doctor yesterday, and it was a cardiologist, and there were some health issues heart-wise down the road. I've always had them off and on my whole life. Nothing drastic, but they want to make sure they stay on top of it as they get older, right? So her and I were talking, and she had fallen 9 feet. She was a former athlete, and she fell 9 feet and shattered her heel. And we were talking about my fall, and she said that what that kind of fall from that height, which was about 17 feet, and she said that really messes up your body more than you realize, especially at this age. And, it throws everything out of whack. Well, I didn't know that. I'm learning all this stuff as I go along. One doctor reveals more and more, and I got some contacts actually through the University of Indiana yesterday as well. I'm reaching out to other places to get myself back to where I need to be so I can get this weight off and get off this medication. So that was my day yesterday, running around and meeting all these doctors and learning more. I did not realize that the damage a fall like that can do, without you knowing, other than the broken arm.
Well, I have to think it's similar to being in a high-speed car accident.
Yeah,
The whole
yes, it
body
would.
takes a jolt, even though the injury may
Yeah.
be to a particular place. So
Yeah. Like she said, without stealing the show here, like she said, which I get it, but as time goes along, I'm able to reflect, and when you hear something, Miss Marie, from somebody else, it gives you a different viewpoint. You sit down and you think about what all has happened, but sometimes somebody says something that says, you know what, that's really interesting. And as you look at it from that angle, you say, wow, okay, I really would have never thought of that on my own. But the one thing I keep hearing over and over is the damage a fall like that will do to the overall body, how it affects other parts. If you screw up your skeletal, you're not walking right, then it affects the balance, it affects the muscles. And, you really don't think about that, right? You just say, oh my gosh, I got a pain. So very shortly, I'm going to start going to the chiropractor and start getting massages on a monthly basis or bi-weekly basis to get my skeletal system back in whack or into where it should be. You see where I'm going with this.
Yep. We do need you back in whack. So let's get you whack.
I've been walking around with the chicken wing. I've been holding it up because I don't want to break the rod. I told you they said the rod would break, right?
No, I don't remember hearing that, but don't do that.
Since the bone's not healing and the rod goes through both of them, as you move it, the torque and everything keeps pulling on that rod and keeps doing that to where the rod will start to bend and it snap. If that happens, then there's real problems. So I've been walking around like this, not using it. So I've got many challenges going on.
All right. Well, and we've got challenges that we're talking about today. That's actually a good challenge to have. We're talking about motivating the successful people in our business. Now, we've talked in the past about the fact that, we want to continually identify and work with our leaders, and those are going to tend to be the successful people in our business. People who aren't choosing to be active, they're not actively working their business, they're not showing any signs of progress. We've talked before about, well, we don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on them because it's usually, pouring into something that's really not going to produce. But when you have people who are producing, who are building their business, they're following the 5 simple steps, they're duplicating the system, they're still constantly out there prospecting, recruiting, however you want to refer to that, making progress, growing their business. Those are the successful people, and we need to be able to motivate them as well. So we wanted to talk about some strategies for doing that today to help them be even more successful. Because of course, with the network marketing model, we have the successful people in our organization building volume for us. And it just raises our level of success as we go. So it's important to motivate those successful people, keep them on that growth path that they're on, and help them continually increase and improve and achieve their goals, which ultimately helps you achieve your goal. And I'm sure you've experienced that in your businesses, right?
Oh, yeah. This is one of the constant problems that you face as you grow. You get excited, you work hard to get a business to that level. In other words, the essence of the business is finding leaders and working with them. You and I know that. Whoever has the most leaders wins. So the whole purpose of doing the 90-day mini blast is to what? Find those leaders, to do the numbers, sponsor 60 people in 90 days. One third is going to take place. And your first third are typically going to be people that are aggressive, that are leaders, that are successful. And you get excited about that. You say, I'm finally here. And you're really not. But the thing is, you think you are when you're first starting out in this industry. But what you don't know is the challenges that, as you said, the successful people bring, which is unique and different. And really, that's where the rubber starts to meet the road, Miss Marie, because working with those people can be a real challenge. Because, look, if you come from the corporate world, and I came from the military world and the corporate world in the initial phase, I was at the tail end of my networking career when I went into the corporate world. But anyway, the thing is that you kind of carry that mentality of being, quote unquote, a manager or a leader. And sometimes, as you know, Miss Marie, some people require more attention than others, right? Even certain successful people. They're talented, but they're not really self-motivated. They have a hard time staying focused. They have a hard time with consistency. And even though they're talented, you walk away saying, man, that person's so talented. Why can they not get their act together? There's certain traits. Who knows why? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a trained psychologist, so I really don't know what to say to that. But there are people like that. And then there's other people, Miss Marie, that are quiet, hardly say a thing, and man, they get things done. They get more done in 10 minutes than some people get done in an hour, right? You've had those. Mm-hmm. And you leave those people alone. I don't know if you've ever heard, but I have protected those people. I've gone up to somebody and said, you leave that person alone. They are one of my top producers. Leave them alone. Okay. And that person just wants to come work, do their thing and go. So I make sure that's what happens. Right. Well, it's no different in network marketing. You've got this wide range of individuals. And because they are people, they bring the same challenges to the network marketing business model as they do in a work environment. And that's where, and you got to leave, Miss Marie, your mindset and your habits of corporate leadership at home when you're doing a network marketing business. That's hard for a lot of people to do, Miss Marie. They want to micromanage.
Well, yeah, and that's one of the things you definitely don't want to do in network marketing is micromanage. I mean, actually, in the corporate world, it's not a good thing to do either. These days, actually never was. But that doesn't do you any good. I think one of the keys to motivating the successful people in your organization, at least in my experience, is identifying what actually does motivate them. Everybody's a little bit different, right? I don't know. I kind of equate it. There's a book out there called The 5 Love Languages. I believe the author is Gary Chapman, if I'm not mistaken. But it's and they have the original one, The 5 Love Languages, and I think they've come out with different series now for single people, for different types of people. It's almost like the chicken soup for the soul. They turned it into a series, right? But the original 5 love languages talked about the fact that everybody has a certain way they like to be communicated, their value, really, the fact that you respect them, value them, those types of things. And, just as an example, a couple of them were like written word. Like there are some people that a handwritten card thanking them for something, congratulating them for something handwritten is a huge motivator for them. Other people are motivated by gifts, receiving gifts, just something that's of value to them. So I think one of the things in motivating the people in your organization who are successful is, of course, it's a relationship business. So you do want to get to know them, but getting to know them to the level of understanding what communicates value to them can help you motivate them. And each person's going to be a little bit different. For example, I had a gentleman in one of my organizations way back in the day, and his hobby was sailing. He was really into sailing, and he hit a certain level. And he was pretty much hands off. Like he was one of those people you'd be protecting. Just leave him alone, let him do his thing, right? But I wanted to communicate, just congratulate him, communicate my respect and how much I valued him in my organization. And I had found like this really cool framed motivational picture type of thing having to do with sailing, and sent it to him with a little card saying, hey, congratulations on achieving, you're doing awesome. And he had a goal to, afford this crazy expensive, huge sailboat type thing. So it's like, hey, you're well on your way to your dream. Keep up the good work, And that was something that communicated to him. Now, had I done that with Sally, whose hobby is gardening, that would have meant nothing to her whatsoever, would not have been the least bit motivating, and could have been the exact opposite. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
man, you don't know me at all. You don't value me. This is crazy. So you have to be a little bit careful about how you communicate that motivation to your people. You have to take the time to get to know them personally and make sure you're motivating them in a way that makes sense for them. It can't be a cookie cutter thing.
No, it cannot be. And man, that's a great story and a great example of one of the many ways that you can motivate a successful person. Guys, look, some people join this business because of cars. Some join it because of homes, the vacations, more time with the family. I know we talk about the three things, the universal things this business model brings to everyone: more personal time, better lifestyle, and more money. But it goes beyond that, as she just stated. The thing is that some people come in and they love cars, and they want to drive a certain car, and they can see where this business model can develop the income to make the monthly payment. Miss Maria, I have seen that. I have seen it. I've seen where people have leased Rolls Royces and Bentleys and Ferraris and Aston Martins. I kid you not. And they were tickled pink because their business was developing not only the income to make that monthly lease payment, but also to have a better lifestyle as well. And they were tickled pink. You and I talk about all the time. Everybody has a level of life, the scale of life you and I talk about, where some people stop at, $1,000 a month in their business. You and I talk about it. Let a 5 be a 5, right? Let a 4 be the best 4 they can be. Well, motivating successful people is, as she said, so diverse. And she nailed it with the guy with the yacht. And the female obviously was not interested in boats, and it would have been a useless thing for Miss Marie to send that same cookie cutter thing to that lady as she did the gentleman, right? So that was a great, insightful, and veteran thing for Miss Marie to do. So let's talk about some of the intangible ways, some of the proven ways, some of the life ways that you can motivate successful people in your business. For instance, give them space, but be there for them when they need you. Okay, we talked about that. Don't look over the shoulder. Don't micromanage them. Guys, sometimes we did an episode. I can't remember the number. You can go back and you can search our channel for leaders, identifying and working with leaders. We talked about this. I'll make it short. In that, we go in great detail about when you first sign somebody up, okay, and they take off. And during your 90-day mini blast, you log into your back office, and maybe that's what it was, Miss Marie, the back office. I don't remember. And you notice that there are certain people that are really rocking this thing. And when you follow up with those people and say it's Miss Marie, and I say, hey, Miss Marie, you're doing great, this and that. Do you need any help? Do you need anything from me? And she'll say, no, I'm good. But I would like to know that you're there if I need you. Okay. And I'd say, okay, that's not a problem. And I make sure she has my cell phone where she can text me and this and that, whatever. And I say, okay, do you want me to touch base with you once a week, twice a week? And if she says no, once a week, I say, what day, what time? And do you want me to follow up with you in an email, a text, and just check in and say, hey, is everything okay? Okay, no, Rob, that'll be fine. Okay, let's do it every Friday at 3 p.m. Okay, I'll do that. Or so you might say every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Miss Marie dictates that. She has already proven that she's well on her way to being successful in this business model. My job is to give her space and to meet her where she wants to be met, whether it's on Friday at 3 p.m., Monday at 8 a.m. See what I'm doing? Number one, give her space, which I did, and I am, but be there, which means I set up a schedule where once a week I'm going to contact her until she says, don't contact me anymore, I'm good to go, or, hey, let's move it up to 2 days a week. Right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now why does that motivate?
It's understanding that person's needs and their desires to contact.
That's right. And guys, you say, well, how does that motivate them? Because we're giving them space. There's certain people that are motivated. They don't like to be micromanaged, and they are rocking it because when you log in your back office, you're seeing the results, consistent results. So they're being successful. And they've made it clear, I'm okay, leave me alone, I'll be fine. If I need you, I just want you to respond. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, and these are the people that are attracted to the be your own boss model of network marketing. And
Yeah.
being your own boss means you don't have somebody looking over your shoulder all
That's
the
right.
time.
Exactly. Because Miss Marie's going to say, Rob, quit contacting me. I'm producing. I'm on a roll. I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. She's going to get frustrated and you'll push her away. The only way you're going to have a stable, profitable business is to keep people like Marie, not push them away. So that's point number one. Okay. Point number two, lead by example. I can't sit there and say, do as I say, not as I do to Miss Marie. She's going to lose all respect. She can see what's going on with me. And you say, well, she doesn't live down the street from you. She doesn't monitor your activity. Guys, I'm telling you, if we have an event and we're all in one room together, Miss Marie will know. She will know how. Isn't that right, Miss Marie? You can pick up, because we all know the habits. We all know the signs of a successful network marketer, don't we? It's hard to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. We all inherently know how the business model works and what the activity that's required to have the lifestyle and the money that you want. Okay. And we can pick up whether that's happening or not in somebody's life. Would you not agree?
Well, absolutely. And again, it's about duplication in the network marketing business. Your people are going to do about half as much as you do in the positive, and for some reason the negative gets amplified. The things you're doing wrong, your people are going to pick up on, and they're going to do it even more wrong.
That's a good point. You're right. I forgot about that. I heard that saying many years ago, and boy, you made me flash back to that moment. That's a great one. I haven't heard that in a long time. Guys, here's the thing. If Rob's building a business, not only is Rob going to dress the part, walk the part, speak the part, but people are going to come clamoring to him when there's a live event. They want to meet him. They want, believe it or not, they want autographs. All telltale signs to Miss Marie that, hey, Rob's actually building his business. You know, his reputation precedes him, and it's obviously he's getting the results. Another thing is Rob going across the stage, or Rob being mentioned by the corporate office, or Rob receiving a plaque, something like that. There's no way to hide those things. Rob getting a bonus check, right, Miss Marie? Rob showing up in the top 20 of the top earners of the company. Whatever the case may be, there are many telltale signs where Miss Marie can say, hey, Rob's actually doing what he says he's going to do, and he's doing it on a level that I want to achieve. Okay, versus, I don't think Rob's doing. And so Miss Marie's going to quit counseling with me, okay, and she's going to continue on because she's going to say, well, Rob's really not doing what he said he was going to do, and I've got a different goal. That's not motivating her. She's not going to quit her business. That's not the point. If she's strong enough, she's going to move on and have even greater success than me. But the thing is, our relationship will start to deteriorate because she says he's not on my level. Okay. And there's no common ground there for us to correspond in the future. And if we do, and I'd say, well, Miss Marie, maybe you ought to try this. She may not come out and say it, but she's saying it to herself. Well, I'm not going to listen to him. He's not doing anything, and it's not going to be good. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, exactly. It's, what's the old saying? Those who can do, those who can't teach. So,
wow. I forgot, man. She's full of them today, man. She's pulling them out of the bag. See why we missed you, Miss Marie? You just bring so much to the show. All right. She's right. That's exactly right, guys. And I hope you guys don't think that about us. I didn't even think about that. But anyway, the point is that you have a situation where you have to lead by example. Okay. And that means activity. That means success. All right. Because that motivates them. Look, Miss Marie, leaders, what do? They respect each other. They hang out, right? Mm-hmm. Miss Marie, when you and I went to events, the people that were at a certain level all hung out together, whether they were in the same organizations or not, and other people that are another level would hang out together because we had common things to talk about. We had common interests. We could not relate to the diamonds because we might have been emeralds. Okay, yeah, we aspired to be the diamonds. And if you were with a legitimate networking company, they kind of isolated the diamonds because they know that if you have this elite membership, it motivates the emeralds to join the diamonds, right, Miss Marie?
Well, it does. And each level within an organization typically has its own unique challenges as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of creates a context in which those people are grouping together and getting a specific type of training or sharing
Hmm.
stories of how they're dealing with particular
Yeah,
situations
yeah,
that may not be relevant to others.
that's right. Very good point. Like I said, guys, she's on a roll today. All right. And you know what? I snuck in on point number 3. Something she's on a roll with all these cliches and all these little sayings, and I snuck one in here. I thought I was being smart. Do what you say what you'll do. Okay. This kind of piggybacks off the one that we mentioned just a little bit earlier, but it's more to the point. If you're going to tell somebody, hey, this is what you need to do, then you need to do the same thing. And I've twisted the words around a little bit, but hey, it's saying the same thing. Okay. It's not do as I say, Miss Marie, not as I do. It's Rob saying, Miss Marie, this is what I'm going to do. And if I tell her that, then guess what? I got to step up and I got to do it. All right. That's what this is saying. You say, okay, once again, why is that going to motivate? These are intangible things. How does this motivate successful people? Look, successful people are not always motivated by the material things. A lot of times it's self-satisfaction of setting and achieving goals. Sometimes it's the satisfaction they get of taking care of their family. Sometimes it's the fact that they are being the best that they can be and utilizing their talents and abilities to accomplish something they weren't sure they could do. Okay. There's a lot of things that go on there. And one of the things that motivates people is hanging around with people, as we just talked about, where you have common interests. In other words, Miss Marie is a motivated person. She sets goals and she goes after it, whether anybody else understands them or whatever. And she says, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do. And she goes out there and makes it happen. Words don't get things done. Activity does. So she's going to go out there and do it. You know what? She's going to respect people that do the same thing. Okay. People that just said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And they get out there and do it. Right, Miss Marie?
Yeah, and that saying what you'll do is part of goal setting, right? Like you're always encouraged to write down your goals, make them tangible, put them out there. Saying what you're going to do, either to somebody that's at the same level as you, your upline, your mentor, or even, making a declaration to your downline. This is what my goals are for the next quarter. Saying what you'll do. It's putting it out there. It's a form of accountability. Mm-hmm. So oftentimes that can be very motivating for people as well. It's like, Rob's my upline. I told him I was going to, make this many calls a day for the next 3 weeks. Boy, got to do it. I want to be able to say, yep, I did it.
Exactly. There you go. And guys, believe me, hanging around other successful people motivates people. Miss Marie, I can't tell you how many times I was around a certain leader and that had accomplished something special. And I would walk away more determined and more motivated than I was walking in. Okay. Because we're human beings. We can't maintain this extremely high level of activity, focus, and energy. Okay. And guess what, guys? That's being human. Our bodies cannot handle that constant pressure, that constant demand to perform at the highest level. The human body, for safety reasons, for health reasons, learns to scale things down, and then you hear words or actions that get you up here, right, Miss Maria? That's the reason why activity, that's the reason why 24 hours in the recruiting process and other things are so critical, because emotions take place, and that those emotions motivate you. Okay. And sometimes it's the things that you see that motivate you. Wow, I want to do that too. Or the things you hear. There you are. Right. You know what? I need to get my butt in gear. Guys, do what you say what you'll do will motivate the successful people in your business. Okay. For instance, Rob tells all his new leaders on a Zoom call, hey guys, I'm going to shoot for $15,000 a month by June of this year. And I'm going to say this in front of all of you, and I'm going to keep you posted on a monthly basis. I'm going to send you the results of my income each and every month, and I'm going to shoot for $15,000. Okay, I just told him what I was going to do. Now I got to go out and do it. Miss Marie sees that. She says, well, you know what? That's an admirable goal, and if he can do it, maybe I can do it too. I'm going to watch and work along with him, and I'm going to see if I can do it too. What did I just do? I motivated Miss Marie by what? Doing what I was going to, saying what I was going to do, and then going out and doing it. That's how these intangibles can work with successful people. You see how Miss Marie, that's the reason why working with successful people can be so challenging, and why some people, and you've seen it, Miss Marie, they take a really good work environment and they make it a cancerous environment. You've seen that? When they come in to change everything and everything was going good, we're going to do it this way now.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Change in management. Well, this worked at my other place, so we're going to change up everything and do the same thing here. It's like, well, wait a minute. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. No, by golly, I'm the boss, and I say, Well, if you carry that same mentality in your network marketing business, guess what? Everybody's going to scatter like rats, and you're going to be sitting there, and all you're going to hear is crickets. Right, Miss Marie?
Yeah, and not the way to go.
No, not the way to go. All right, point 4, keep business relationship professional. Look, as we have told you before, Miss Marie and I hit it off from day one. And the thing is, if her and I were the same organization, if she sponsored me or vice versa, her and I are veterans enough to know when it's time to work together, it's time to work together. And if she really is concerned about my success and about my well-being in this industry, she's going to hold my feet to the fire, because she knows that she cannot allow our personal relationship to let Rob slack off on certain aspects that are important to his success. Right, Miss Marie? If you really cared, you're going to say, Rob, you cannot do that. And, we might be friends, but we got to put that aside. You can't do that. And here's why, right?
Oh, absolutely. And another aspect there is the fact that, most people have a full-time job, family commitment, school, other activities, other things going on. So you have a limited window of availability to work your business. So you want to work your business during that window of availability that you have in order to be successful. So you don't want to get sidetracked with your upline or your downline, sideline, whichever way the lines are going. You don't want to get distracted with, shooting the breeze, catching up on stuff, talking the latest sports things, whatever.
Yeah.
You want to keep the relationship professional. You want to keep it business focused while you're working your business so you can build towards your success. And again, this has to do with duplication and setting an example within your organization as well.
Guys, you might, once again, you say, well, how does this intangible motivate a successful person? Once again, when you have somebody that's in your business, you log in your back office and you see Marie, she came into the business 6 weeks ago, and you see her over the course of that 6 weeks continually moving up in the volume, pin rank happening in her business. I mean, all the telltale signs of success are there. And guys, if you start to develop a personal relationship with her, like she said, talking about sports and, hey, Miss Marie, what about that? Nothing wrong with asking how her spouse is doing, how's everything else going? Nothing wrong with that. But you cut it off at that. And here's why. If you start taking it first, she's going to hang up the phone saying, you know what, we got a good relationship. I can slack off a little bit over here. And you know what, Rob's not going to say anything, or Miss Marie. She's going to kind of convince herself that she can, hey, man, I'm not going to work as hard as I did the last time. I'm telling you guys, it will water down unless she's a super strong person. And she may be, but I can't take that chance because most people are not. If she's on a roll and she's worked 6 weeks to get that business on a roll, my job as a leader is to keep my mouth shut and stay professional. Yes. Hey, Miss Marie, how's family going? How's everything else going? Going good, Rob. Okay, that's great. Hey, here's the reason why I called. Or, hey, here's what you contacted me about. Let's talk about it. I get right to it, and then I say, I got to go. I've got some other calls I got to make. I'm keeping that very professional, and she's going to appreciate that. And what is she going to do with her down? Same thing. Miss Marie, we talk about good and bad duplication. And if you slow down your business building activity, you're slowing down your downlines. And it's hard to create speed and urgency and for your business to catch traction if you're allowing everybody to do that. Next thing you know, that slack and your whole business starts to get like that. And you can throw the 90-day mini blast out the window because it's not going to happen. So, guys, keep the business relationship professional, because that allows Miss Marie to do what? To do what she does best. And you know what? We're not micromanaging her. She's a self-motivator. She's focused. She's been doing fine. Your job as a leader is to look at that and say, you know what? She's been great in the environment she's in right now. I do not need to rock the boat. I just need to call her or contact her every Friday at 3 p.m. or every Monday at 8 a.m. as she requested. And that's it. Okay. And when you do talk, get on there, talk about the subject matter, see how she's doing, and get off. Guys, that motivates them. I'm telling you, it motivates them. because they know that you are conducting business, right, Miss Marie? We're not socializing. And I know it sounds strange, but it does. It motivates these people. They're excited when they have those kind of relationships with people, especially when they're getting results like this in this business model, right? Would you not agree?
And that's what it's all about ultimately, is getting the results and achieving the goals that people are after.
That's right. Exactly. And guys, you told Miss Marie from the day you sponsored her about the importance of being professional and getting the momentum going and getting things rocking. And the last thing you want to do is undermine what you said and ruin your credibility by doing what? By doing exactly the opposite of what you told her. Okay. So you can't do it. And it motivates her because you're doing what you said you were going to do. And she's excited about that. She's finally around somebody that holds their own feet to the fire and does what they said they're going to do. All right. Your own success. You say, well, Rob, that's the same thing as by leading by example. Well, not really, because you have to have a certain certain amount of success. Otherwise, once again, Miss Marie, if you're not getting the results, people know that something's going on. Rob's either not doing all the steps. We're doing it consistently. If he is doing the right steps, et cetera, you know what I'm talking about. Because Miss Marie, with her experience, knows that if somebody's out there doing the 5 simple steps, they should be getting results. It may vary from person to person, but if they're doing them consistently, she knows, well, hey, they're either not talking to people 5 and above on the ambition scale, or they're not working the numbers because they're not getting the success that they should based on the system. Okay. So what does that tell her about Rob? Right. So Rob's got to have some level of success in a timely manner in order for Miss Marie to respect what Rob is saying when he works with her. Okay. Otherwise, she's going to say, I don't need to listen to that fool. He is not doing what he said he's going to do, or he's not getting the results. So something's up. And once again, it really does. It demotivates them instead of motivates them, unless she's a really strong person. And Miss Marie, a lot of times that's when a lot of your leaders that are just getting stronger and stronger in your business will start looking elsewhere. They'll look at another opportunity because Miss Marie will say, hey, I know how to make the business go now. The world's my oyster. I can go to just about any company, right, Miss Marie?
Well, exactly. And I think the system is key here, right? If you are working the system and it's a proven system that is on a path to success, you are going to be leading by example. You're going to be showing that path. You're going to be leading the way. And they're going to see that. It's like, oh, so you're using this system. This is the system you're teaching me. You're experiencing this level of success. These are the goals that I have. So if I follow the steps of this system, I will achieve the goals that I have too. That's what you want. That's the duplication that you're pursuing in the business.
Right. And guys, these are the 5 points I wanted to bring up today. There's a couple more, but they're not as important as these. These 5 here are 5 of the top 5 most intangible things that you do as a leader of your own organization that will motivate successful people. And really, Miss Marie, they're very simple points. There's nothing hard, guys. Go back and watch the video, write it over the bottom, and write these down, because here's the thing. These are motivating factors. You don't have to use any, you don't have to email them pictures or text them pictures of a yacht. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I admire what Miss Marie does. And sometimes that works with certain people. But the point is, it's the simple things that can motivate successful people. They say, there used to be a commercial, Miss Marie, I want to be like Mike. You remember that?
Be like Mike. Yes.
Be like Mike. And guys, that's what would happen. I might say, I want to be like Marie. I want the income. I want the lifestyle. I want the success. I see her going across the stage with a smile. I see her getting these bonus checks. I see the adulation and the awards that she's getting. That's what I want. Okay. And Miss Marie might be a quiet, focused individual, and I may respect that. Like, wow, man, she hardly says anything, but look at what she's doing. That's amazing. That's the type of person I want to work with. That's who I want to hang out with. That's what I want to become. Guys, those are motivating. They're intangibles. There's not a material thing on there. Miss Marie, you and I rarely talk about material things. Rarely. I can't speak for you, but my stance is that the material things are a bonus in my life, a complement to my life. I'm happy with Rob internally. I'm happy with what the life I have, with the things that I do on a daily basis. I don't need cars or homes to justify my importance or my success or to justify who I am as an individual. I don't care about that. I buy those things because I enjoy them as a compliment to my life. So they didn't motivate me. I did not want to be left behind. I did not want Randy Gage to think that I was a slug. I didn't want Eric Warrior to think the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want my sponsors. I didn't want the people I wanted to hang out with to say, oh, Rob, he's got a lot of talent, but, he's just a slug. He ain't doing nothing. He's a grounder. He's never going to go anywhere. That scared the crap out of me, Miss Marie. So I was motivated.
Well, and I was going to say, and that was your particular level of motivation.
Yeah.
And if your upline leadership recognized that, they'd be able to tap into it and help motivate you to higher levels of success.
Yeah. Well, there was a reason why you get to hang out with people like that and you get to know them, right? And they had more faith in me than I had in myself there for a while. I'm talking about all my leaders, okay? Because I really didn't see that. I was nervous. I was unsure of myself, like any other person going into a new field, right? I wasn't sure if what I was doing was correct. I was just kind of blind, sticking my hands out, trying to work my way through that mess, And so I don't know if you felt the same way, but their lifestyles, and we rarely, it's so funny, Miss Marie, and I know I told you this before, when we all got together, we rarely talked about money or cars. Our homes. I mean, we just, it just wasn't something you did. It's not that it was an unspoken rule or anything. It's just that there was other things we wanted to talk about, because, there's a saying, when you have money, you don't talk about it. When you have the cars, the lifestyle, you don't talk about it. I mean, it's just part of your everyday life. And that's a way, and I like that. I like hanging out with people like that, but there's an immense, and I know that you've had this, there's an immense level of satisfaction that comes your way when you accomplish something that you set out to do, whether it's sports, business, whatever, investments, whatever the case may be. Because everybody, I never do anything like all the awards I have and everything, Miss Maria, are tucked away. I don't have them. I don't hang stuff on the walls. And I got rid of most of it, believe it or not, because those things don't mean anything to me. They made me awkward when I got them because I felt like I was just doing what I was supposed to do. Does that make sense?
It does. And again, for you, getting those awards and things wasn't that motivating, but there are people out there, that type of recognition, receiving those types of awards,
right,
highly motivating. So being able to recognize and identify each of your leaders, what's actually going to motivate them. And I think that's really the bottom line to today's show, don't you think? It's like, you're working with and identifying your leaders. Part of that is also identifying what's motivating for them and helping, kind of keep that fire lit under them so they keep making those gains towards their goals.
That's right. That's right. There it is. And guys, as we close, the 5 things we covered today are absolutely essential in working with and motivating successful people. There's no doubt. Okay. Here's the thing. You will learn their little quirks as you go along. The great thing is if you maintain your distance and maintain your professional approach and you do these basics we talked about today, you're going to win more times than not. You will find out what motivates Miss Marie. Okay. You will hear her mention she likes to travel in the first class. Something is going to come out about what motivates her. Okay. And you can then help her achieve that. Because I could say, as our professional relationship gets better and stronger, I can say, hey, Miss Marie, I remember you saying a while back that you really like doing X, Y, Z, or you really want to achieve X, Y, Z. Okay. And she says, yeah, that's part of my big motivation. It's not the only one, but that's one of the driving forces. Well, hey, how about if I help you make that happen? Well, that would be really nice. Or she'd say, well, I think I got it figured out. If I have any problem, I'll let you know. Once again, because I maintained these 5 things we covered today, and during that 6-week growth period of hers, and because we talked, it finally came out one of the things that really motivates her. Then I don't know if you need to send pictures of it, but you can say, as I said, Miss Marie, I can help you do that, and see what she says. Would you not agree, Miss Marie? That would
No,
be
I
the
do.
only thing that
Yeah.
I think we did not cover today.
I think we got it.
Yeah, I do too. I agree. All right, guys, with that being said, remember you can go to our new website, and you can get today, you can get, this is what's available. Okay, let me take off the number 5 there. There we go. All right, and you can go to the website. As you know, we have a new website. You can go there. There it is at the bottom of the ticker, the MLMsolution.net. And you can click at the top of the page the podcast replay link, and it will take you to this page, and there's your free ebook for the day. MLM, it's a numbers game. Get it while you can. If you don't understand the numbers of network marketing, you're at a great disadvantage. You definitely want to understand the numbers of network marketing. Would you not agree, Miss Marie?
Numbers are important for sure, and that's why we talked about it earlier this week. I think we did a 2-part episode on that, right?
I did. Yeah. Yeah, you missed that, Miss Marie.
I know.
I had to throw that in there, but no, I'm not rubbing your face in it at all. But yeah, that's one of my favorite topics. And we covered the most important ones, Miss Marie. That's the reason why I'm still pushing that this week, because it was such an important topic that it took 2 days to cover. And man, I tell you what, guys, it was really informative. If you missed those 2 episodes, please go back. That would be what, Miss Marie, March 15th and 16th? I believe so. Look for those episodes, guys. The MLM, it's a numbers game. That's the title of those episodes, part 1 and 2. And guys, really, really important information. And I don't like using really, really, or very, very. But when I say really, really, I really mean it. So you want to go back and you want to get that and get the free ebook. You know, go and watch those episodes and have the free ebook. You'll see why those numbers are so important to your success. All right, Miss Marie, I don't have anything else to cover to you except say that tomorrow's episode is going to be Freelance Friday, episode number 45. It's hard to believe, Miss Marie, but number 45. We're racing towards number 50. Can't wait, can't wait. All right, guys, with that being said, we're going to hop off here. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Miss Marie, you got anything to say before I go?
Nope. I will see you tomorrow morning, Friday, March 19th, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Sounds
Looking
good.
forward to it.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.